You can't watch Breakfast at Tiffany's anymore. They got straight yellow face in there. I can watch it and not feel any certain way, but
You can be upset.
Yeah, I don't feel any way about it. They can make fun of 1/8 of my people all they want.
That's probably why they remake all these movies, though, right? They're
100%.
Like, we gotta fix some shit.
You start watching enough old movies. I mean, there's some movies now on Disney Plus. They have to preference it where.
Rush Hour. Rush Hour.
Yeah, yeah, that's not a Disney movie, but that's I guess movies like that. Yeah, you have to.
Rush Hour by Disney. Thanks again.
But like, I assume probably like Old Yeller. There's also I would assume like Mary Poppins. There's a lot of those old movies like they depict these people in a certain way that like I never realized how truly drugs and Italians did like go hand in hand. Like Mario's all about just taking random substances and honestly.
Uppers.
Yeah. And really, like, Mario sells a bad story. It's like drugs will help you go further in levels.
Yeah.
And eventually find a hot wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the most dastardly thing the Japanese have ever done.
Yeah.
That's the long game.
You painted us like this.
We're gonna ruin some lives.
Whoa, maybe the Japanese inadvertently started the Italian mob, even though the Italian mob I'm pretty sure far exceeds Mario, but in this world that I'm crafting in my mind.
Yeah, you guys gave us another 30 years of business.
Yeah. But Matt, I know you've been wanting to read your next thing, and I'm like itching. I'm itching for it.
Oh man, this is ridiculous. It goes along with your Kermit the Frog impression,
Okay.
which I saw you dip into a little bit.
Here, I'll answer this next one as Kermit the Frog.
Oh,
Yes.
this is gonna be this is not a great question to answer.
Matt and Griffin, I'm so happy y'all are having me here on the Comedy Virgins podcast. Virgins, I wouldn't know about anything about virginity because I'd be smashing. I'd be absolutely plowing
pigs.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you do an impression of Kermit the Frog being thrown down a water slide?
Well, Matt, before I get into that, did you know that because frogs are covered in so much mucus, every slide I go on is a slip and slide?
Oh, I didn't even realize that. That's right.
Matt, you're dumb, dude.
Can you give me the name of a just a famous water slide? I can't think of one off the top of my head currently.
Kilimanjaro.
Kilimanjaro. Okay, so here, just set scene. I'm finally next in line.
Oh no, do the log ride at Disney. Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain.
I wouldn't count that as a water slide. I would count that more as a log ride. But I'll do it. I'll adjust the.
Okay, no,
impersonation.
go back to Kilimanjaro. That was better.
Okay, Kilimanjaro. Okay.
And can I say you're at the top, but you're scared to go, and your friend's right behind you. Your friend throws you down the water slide. So
I'm at the top.
Wait, is your friend another frog or a human? I think that's important.
I've got this whole scene laid out. You just watch, buddy. Oh boy, Gonzo, I don't know if I could do it, man. I don't know if I can go down the slide. Gonzo, let out my fucking arm, man. No, I'm gonna do it. You can go in front of me. No, I don't have to go first, Gonzo. Gonzo, no, I will go. Just give me a fucking moment, bro. Like, come on, let go of my fucking arm, man. Get off me, lifeguard. This isn't fucking allowed. You should kick him off this like.
Splash.
That was amazing. I could see it all in my head.
Now,
You are a beautiful man, Jared.
Yes.
Floria.
I wish I remembered what Gonzo sounded like, so I could have given you the other half of the conversation there.
I was gonna try to set it up as Jason Segel throwing you down.
Jason's. Am I a man or am I a Muppet? Am I a Muppet? And if I'm a man, then I am a Muppet of a man. A Muppet of a man. It's like the one good song coming from the Muppets as all the classics are so much better, but that song.
Jason Segel had one in his bag.
Yeah. First he showed his penis on Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah.
And then he
Yes,
showed
he
his
did.
acting chops in the Muppets movies.
That guy has range.
Wait, he he shows butt cheek in the Muppets.
I think full penis.
He goes
No,
full.
not
He goes
butt
full
cheek.
frontal in the X-rated
Yeah,
version.
Yeah,
yeah,
forgetting Sarah
I
Marshall.
am very aware of that.
Yeah, yeah. And then the
Freaking Mila Kunis laughs at him.
Dude, there's he did a show with Harrison Ford, and Harrison Ford was like doing research on him, and apparently when he's like, "Yeah, I'll do the show," and by the way, tell him nice cock.
You know what? Now that I think about it, because if you remember, this means you got to remember forgetting Sarah Marshall
yeah.
a good amount. He's writing the vampire the opera. They missed a real opportunity of having Count Dracula in the Muppets movie with him in it, and
And-
like having a small reference,
Yeah,
having the Count in there.
Oh, a
They
little
did.
cameo.
Yeah, because then he could be like, "Hey, I'm the Count," and then he could be like, "Oh, what? Dracula, the musical opera," and then be like, "Yeah, for all that crossover of Muppets to forgetting Sarah Marshall fans."
dude, that's a great
There's
point.
a
though.
lot of us.
You got to think he was pushing for it. They're like, "Yeah, we can't get the rights."
Yeah, I think they have. You know what? I think maybe the Muppets, because I think Muppets and actually is Sesame Street, because I know Muppets is owned by Disney.
Oh,
But is Sesame Street itself owned by Disney? Because I know at one point they were all one thing. Maybe they've been split. Maybe that's why.
they
Dang.
kind of like divide themselves out though. Like they're like, "Oh, you're owned by ABC, but ABC's owned by Disney." And
Yeah.
it's weird shit.
Well, because
like
it used to like all the time, like especially like the beginning of Sesame Street and the Muppets, are like Kermit would be on the Sesame Street all the time and everything, but you never really saw that crossover as of recently, and I think it just misses opportunities like that, like having Count be in the Muppets movie with Jason Segel. I think it's a real shame, honestly.
Yeah, what are we doing to the children these days
know.
with that? We've just missed
I know.
opportunity.
And I guess you know what, I do see the problem there where like you're watching the Muppets with your kid, you see Jason Segel interacting with the Count, and you laugh, and your kid's like, "What's so funny about that?" And now you have to make them watch Forgetting Sarah Marshall so that they can get the full scope.
I have an answer to the earlier question. One of the best life lesson movies that I would show my 5-year-old is Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Because then it does open up the door to be like, he's actually not going to be in the Muppets movie.
I think it's a perfect one. I feel like there's got to be a perfect. I feel like there's a movie that I've got that's gonna. I'm trying to think of a real Littlefoot. You know what?
Yeah,
Littlefoot,
yeah.
Land Before Time. I think is I haven't been able to find where it's streaming.
Oh, you can see it on. I think there's a bunch of YouTube
Is
stuff.
there
Of
YouTube?
it. Yeah.
Because that first one, all the other ones, forget it. But that first one, it's so
So good.
sad. It's so sad up top. It's so sad.
Isn't there one where they think they're gonna go extinct
Yeah, there's
and
a
then
whole.
they don't?
Yeah.
Ah,
I mean, that and like Ice Age. Ice Age deals with that whole thing because at some points, I mean, there's like what 4 or 5 of them now. They're probably not going to make it, but there is a point in time where Manny the Mammoth does go extinct. I mean, they do.
finish the story.
Yeah,
you know, like-
yeah.
Well, that
But
was
Little-
kind of the first one. He was basically extinct. There was no. He was the last mammoth.
Mhm. Well, then there's the second one where he meets another mammoth, a female mammoth.
Queen Latifah.
Yeah, yeah. So I was watching it the other day, and when you're watching that movie, because she thinks she's a possum in the movie, because she
Yeah.
has two brothers that are possums. The way that they talk in the movie, I feel like it could be very considered not LGBTQ ally material in there. There's a
Oh,
lot of those
man.
like. She really thinks this is what happens when you think you're a possum. This is what is you're not a possum. Like there's a lot of like that kind of rhetoric in the movie.
There's a clear message here.
Yeah, and I don't think it was intentional, but it really comes off that way, and especially in this political climate,
Yeah.
it gets very weird feeling listening to that saber-toothed tiger being like. She's not a man. This is what
she
happens.
thinks she's a possum and she's not.
Like you are a mammoth.
Where's she gonna go to the bathroom? Huh?
Yeah.
She gonna go in the possum's room? Really?
It's gonna make him uncomfortable.
Oh shit.
Damn, that's
I
probably why they
wouldn't want
remake
my
all these
possum
movies.
daughter being on the same sports
Yeah.
team as her. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you're just gonna have this mammoth destroying all these possums in football.
Golly.
Football,
Yeah,
she
you-
absolutely ruined the volleyball league. She cleans up a shot put.
She
Yeah.
has way more hair than a possum does.
Thank God she can't swim.
Yeah.
Not setting any of those records.
Oh yeah, no, I watched that. Definitely,
Yeah, those
there
are
was
Leah
just,
Thomas's.
there was just so many points where like if this because the movie came out in 2007,
Mm.
and I was like, if this movie came out in like 2015 and beyond, they would have rewrote that script so hard. Someone in that writing room would have been like, we can't release this how it is. We would get canceled immediately. There wouldn't be an Ice Age 3, 4, and 5 if that movie had come out in 2015. And thank goodness, because I mean, Dawn of the Dinosaurs I've seen a handful of times. The rest of them I
It's a
haven't.
good
but
movie.
if there's no Ice Age 2, The Meltdown, there is no Dawn of the Dinosaurs and
Yeah.
those other ones, I guess.
Whatever those
Yeah.
ones are.
I think there's one about like continental escape or something like that.
Pangea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pangea starts happening.
We gotta
Yeah.
go to the moon.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Oh, that's crazy. A mammoth has to figure out how to go to the moon? They don't have an opposable thumb. How are they supposed to go to the moon?
Oh, I don't know. Fuck.
How are they going to call President Reagan from up there?
Yeah.
It's 1971.
What? There's so many things about what you just said.
See, if they do manage to get this space, they're going to be like, Houston, we have a problem. And then be like, what's Houston?
Damn it. That's probably why they remake all these movies, though, right? They're like,
100%.
We gotta fix some shit.
you start watching enough old movies. I mean, there's some movies now on Disney Plus, they have to preference it where, trying to remember what movie it was.
Rush Hour. Rush Hour.
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah, that's not a Disney movie, but that's I guess movies like that. Yeah, you have to.
Rush Hour by Disney. Thanks again.
But like, I assume probably like Old Yeller. There's also I would assume like Mary Poppins. There's a lot of those old movies like they depict these people in a certain way that like